How to twisting bridge in 2 minutes or less. This is Blake with Kaizen Training and Nutrition.com, breaking down one of my favorite primer exercises and correctives. What I often see in my clinic with people who have back pain is they have really poor hip extension or ability to activate their gluteals. They also have tight hip flexors. This is often seen in lifters as well. And it's an impotence to your performance, meaning if you don't properly extend through your hips using your glutes, you're leaving a lot of power on the table. So the basic bridge is going to be where we lift our butt up off the floor. You're going to be here. You're going to extend your hips, lifting them high. This is a pretty simple and beginner movement. You can accomplish this 3 ways. You might do this and say, oh, I really feel it in my back. If that's the case, you're extending through your back, dragging your butt along for the ride. That's not healthy. That's going to lead to injury over time, especially if you're trying to do something like deadlift heavy. Second, you might cramp up in your hamstrings, the back of your leg. Well, your leg is already in a shortened position because you bent your knee. You can't further contract that muscle incredibly hard. It should be secondary in the movement. Or 3, you can really squeeze your butt and lift it up off the floor. That's ideal, that's what we're looking for. Hip extension using our gluteals. Once you've mastered that movement, which should be pretty early in your training career, we're gonna do what's called the twisting bridge, where we're gonna incorporate maximum hip extension, we're gonna accentuate that movement, and we're gonna provide a little bit of thoracic mobility in the process. So you're gonna be on your back. The traditional bridge we were here. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna reach across our body like this. You'll notice as I do that, my left hip comes slightly higher than my right one because I'm really squeezing my butt cheek as hard as I can. When I reach across with my right, I'm really squeezing my right butt cheek as hard as I can. I'm getting some thoracic mobility in the process. What you would do is you would just alternate between these 2 movements, really squeezing your butt cheek as hard as you can every single time, accentuating that hip extension. That's going to naturally lengthen your hip flexor, and it's going to help you to create a connection to your gluteal so you can use it in functional movements. Thoracic mobility is really important for life and for lifting, and so we're getting the 2-for-1 benefit. This is something I'll often program in as a primer for a lot of my athletes or as a burnout at the end of a workout. If you're interested in more training, nutrition, or coaching advice, check out the link below for Kaizen Training and Nutrition.com.